Welcome back, Star Wars fans, to episode 128 of Reynolds Reviews. And on today's episode, we're going to take a look at my vintage Star Wars boxes. Cue the march. Welcome back, everyone. Now, like I said in the intro, today we're going to take a look at my vintage Star Wars boxes. Now, I don't have many in my collection, but I've got to admit I do like a good vintage Star Wars box. I've got around 7 or 8, but also I've added a new one to the collection in recent weeks, which you may have seen in the background of recent videos. And I just thought it would be interesting to take a closer look at them today, as well as tell you the ones that I hope to add to my collection in the future as well. So sit back, relax, and let's jump in. Okay, so we're going to start with my Return of the Jedi tripod laser cannon. Now, having looked at this again, I think I missed a bit of a trick at Echo Live recently, because they were selling boxed mini rigs for crazy prices, sort of £25 you could pick some of them up for, so I really should have picked more up, but yeah, you live and learn, I guess. But this is my tripod laser cannon. As you can see, the box, like a lot of my boxes in my collection, is a little bit beat up, but that's fine. So this is the Return of the Jedi Kenner version. I'm not going to go through all the variations in boxes for all the vehicles, etc., because there's so many. I'm literally just going to show you the ones I've got. But yeah, really pleased to get this. I picked this up for like £15 on eBay, so really pleased. And like I say, I know a lot of people try to get the boxes as good a condition as they can, and that's true, you know, I do as well, but I'm not in a position to get boxes that are absolutely minty with inserts, etc. I try and get the vehicle or the mini rig complete and get a set of instructions, and that'll do me, if I'm totally honest. I'm not in a position where I can get mint boxes with inserts and things like that. So as you can see, I mean, a bit of a rip there, but the colour's pretty good. I'm really pleased with it, and I am going to pick up a few more, because I think, you know, displayed together, all different mini rigs I think would look really good. But I've got a few mini rigs, but this is the only one I've got in boxes. So as you can see, all different ones on the back. We've got the laser cannon, we've got the vehicle maintenance energizer, and it's that age-old argument. Would you call these mini rigs? I guess, because I think the mini rigs, I think of the Cat 2 and the MTV 7 and things like that. I don't know if this falls in the same bracket. Tez may have done a video on this as well, actually, but this is my tripod laser cannon. Really like it. Yeah, so we're going to start small and get bigger. So let's move on to the next one. Okay, well, now we move on to my Empire Strikes Back pallet toy Wampa, and I'm really pleased with this. I picked this up, you may remember me doing a video I think it was last year, and I actually grabbed this really quick. There was a buy it now with an offer option, but it was one of them occasions where I thought it was such a good price, I didn't even bother making an offer, because I thought I'm going to lose out if I don't. I got this for £45 off eBay. Again, just a really lucky buy, because you look at the prices now and they're so expensive, but to say that it's an Empire Strikes Back pallet toy version, I think the box is wonderful. The colours are still nice and bright. The crease is minimal down the centre, which you often get because of the section here. So you always get that crease, but it's minimal, and I just think all the images look amazing. I'm really pleased with this. And it is sort of one of the sort of prized pieces in my collection in a way, even though it's only small, because although, I mean, there's a rip on the lid there, but I think the box itself is in great condition. It's still really bright, and the Wampa is in there, and he's nice and white as well, so I'm really pleased with that. I don't think I'll bother picking up the Kenner version. I'm quite happy with this one, and I will mention that a little bit more in the videos. You know, there are some boxes that I've already got that I would maybe like a different version, but this one, I'm quite happy. I just think the condition is great. The colours are fantastic. And again, the crease is minimal. So I'm quite satisfied with this box. So yeah, the second one in my collection is the Empire Strikes Back pallet toy Hoth Wampa. Okay, so the next one in my collection is my Tri-Logo Return of the Jedi speeder bike box. Now again, I love this, but I would like to get the other version with the flap at the top as well. I've got to admit, I would like to get that one as well and display them both together. But again, I picked this one up off eBay. I got quite lucky again. I mean, okay, not in the best condition. You know, I don't display it at this side, I display it on the other side, but a big rip there. But again, I picked this up for a bit of a steal on eBay. This has got the speeder bike inside it, no inserts. Again, I generally don't get inserts, but I've wrapped the speeder bike up. There's some instructions in there as well, and again, that satisfies me, but I would like to get the other box. But I think the colours are still nice and bright. That side there does display really well, because there's no rips on it, and it looks great. I mean, again, the ends are a bit tatty, but that doesn't bother me. I've said before, I actually kind of like the fact that these boxes are tatty, because they are sort of 40 years old, give or take. So I want them to look like they've had a life. Don't get me wrong, of course, you know, if I can get minty boxes, I would always try to pick them up if I could afford them. But I like the fact that you can see they've had a life, that they've been in someone's possession before they've come into your possession, and I just love the fact that they look old, they look their age, yeah, and I just think it makes them look even more authentic. So really pleased with this one. Hope to get the alternative box as well, but yeah, really pleased to get this one in my collection. Okay, so now we move on to my Palitoy Star Wars Imperial Troop Transport, and I have to admit, I love this. I really do, and I think I love this because I feel, again, I got this at a little bit of a steal. I got this on Monkey's Emporium. You may remember me mentioning them on last week's video. I got this for $49.99, and again, the vehicle wasn't quite complete, but it came with its box and it came with its instructions, and I just thought that's a steal. And the box, even though again a little bit dog-eared here and there, I think the main images on the front still look great. Colours nice and bright, the Palitoy logo there, and there always seems to be that little extra pull, doesn't there, for us UK boys, especially if we see Palitoy rather than Kenner on the box. Don't get me wrong, we all love Kenner, of course we do, but as soon as you see that Palitoy logo, there's just a little bit of an extra pull to that vehicle or that box, or there is for me anyway. But I think the colours have held up great on this. I really do like it, and when I picked this up, it was probably one of the vehicles I didn't really see myself getting at any point. It wasn't really on my radar, but I'm so glad I did, because once this is set up with its troopers inside it, it looks amazing. So yeah, really glad to get this one into my collection. And again, check out Monkey's Emporium. You know, condition varies, and you know, prices are usually very good though, and again, free postage over £10 if you buy anything over £10, so well worth a visit. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, so as you can see, we've had to zoom out quite a lot for this next one. So this is my Return of the Jedi Blue Sky Snowspeeder box. Now, as you can see, it is very tatty, this one, but again, I don't mind. I mean, I was very lucky to get this as a gift from Neil Grandin. Thank you, Neil, if you're watching. But again, it's got the stickers on the back. I mean, that's like a strange barcode. I don't actually know where that's from, but yeah, I love it all the same. It doesn't matter to me. Again, condition isn't a big deal, you know, it's all sun bleached on this side, but my Snowspeeder is in there, and I love this. You know, again, I like the fact that they look like they've had a life, and I love this box, but I've got to admit, I would also like to pick up the Pink Sky box as well. Not everyone's cup of tea, because I don't think they feel that the Pink Sky is in keeping with sort of Star Wars, and you know, where do we see Pink Sky in the movies, but I've got to admit, I do like the Pink Sky box, so I hope to get that one to add to this and display them both next to each other. So really pleased to get this in my collection, even more pleased to get this as a gift from Neil. So yeah, very, very pleased, and hopefully I can get the Pink Sky box to go with it. But yeah, okay, so let's move on. Okay, and next up is my Return of the Jedi by logo Scout Walker box. Now, out of all my boxes, this is probably the one that's in the worst shape, but again, I don't mind. It's not beyond repair if I decide I want to just fix it up a little bit and make it a bit more displayable, but the colours have held up well, and my ATST is complete and it is in the box as well. So this is probably the more common box. You know, we've got that scene on Endor with the Stormtrooper in the ATST and the Ewok, but I've got to admit, this is one of the few vehicles where I would like the Palitoy box. Now, there's a Palitoy version where there's an AT-AT driver in the Scout Walker, and it looks like they're on Hoth. I think there's a Snowtrooper in there as well, and that's the Palitoy version. I think it's far more difficult to get than this one. This is probably the more common box that you'll see most of, but absolutely love this. Got this for a Christmas gift off my brother and sister-in-law. Really love it, and really pleased to get it in my collection. But like I say, I would like the alternative Palitoy box, and I've got another separate Scout Walker that I would like to put in that. So hopefully at some point going forward I'll be able to display the two together, but very, very pleased again to have this one in my collection. And of course, I've left it till the end. Now, this isn't the very last box though, you may be surprised to know, because I usually leave Boba Fett and Slave 1 to the end of any video, don't I? But love this box. Again, very, very lucky to get this on eBay. There was a guy selling a complete Slave 1 with the box. Now, I've already got a complete Slave 1, so I was cheeky and I asked him if he'd separate them and sell me the box on its own, and he did, to my surprise. So I was very, very lucky to get this, and I paid £40 for it, which I thought was pretty good as well. But this is my buy logo Return of the Jedi Slave 1 box. Now, I know Andy over the Holo Chronicles loves a good Star Wars box, and I'm pretty sure he's got the Empire Strikes Back version of this, which I would love to get. I'm pretty sure Andy's got that. I'm not jealous at all, Andy. But yeah, I've got to admit, you know, once I've got one box, generally I'm satisfied, but this is one I would love to get, the Empire Strikes Back version. I just love this box. I love the sort of burnt orange background. I think it works so well. This little scene here with Slave 1 and the troopers putting Hannin Carbonite in the cargo hold, and I just love this box. I love the colour scheme, I love the picture they've used. I just think it's beautiful, and I would love to pick up the Empire Strikes Back one, I've got to be honest. So But yeah, really, really love this box, but I would like to get the other one. And like I say, usually anything Slave 1 or Boba Fett I leave till last when it comes to any videos like this. But there is one box that I picked up only last week that I'm going to show you now. In fact, you may already be able to see it. And there we go, so I had to zoom a hell of a long way out to get it in the shot. And obviously there's a sizable space in the background now because you will have seen it in recent videos in the last couple of weeks. But this is my Return of the Jedi AT-AT box, and I picked this up only last week, or was it the week before? It may have been the week before. And I got this for £25, would you believe? There was a guy that was selling it and it was finishing at a crazy time, midday I think on a Friday, and I thought if I'm cute I could get this for a steal. I got it for one bid, starting bid was £25 and I got it for £25, so I was buzzing when I picked this up. My AT-AT is in there, you know, it will be reopened at some point because I need to add some bits to my AT-AT, but my AT-AT is in there, safe and sound, all wrapped up, and I am so pleased to get this in my collection. I would like the Empire Strikes Back version as well, but I'm not going to bother because it's so big, it takes up so much room. But to be fair, it's in great condition and I was very lucky. I mean, the colours are still very bright, but I don't think the seller was too pleased that I got it for one bid because it arrived in a bin bag, nothing else, no padding inside the box or outside the box, and it was crushed to hell when it arrived. Luckily, it's popped back into shape okay. I've padded it out and it seems fine, but I think the packaging was based on the fact that I got it for one bid. I don't think the seller was very happy, to be honest, but luckily it's fine and I love it and I'm so pleased to get it in my collection. By far the biggest box I've got. But yeah, very, very pleased. So let's get everything back on the table and just finish off. And there we go, everyone. Now I apologise for the lack of quality on this final shot, everybody. It's so difficult to get everything to fit back on that table. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. That's my box collection so far. I hope to get a few more, but like I said in the intro, I have also got some loose vehicles that I hope to pick up some boxes for. I've got an X-Wing, which I hope to get a Palatoy box for. I've also got a Millennium Falcon, which I hope to also get a Palatoy box for. And I've got a Rebel Transport, which, out of the two, Blue Sky and Yellow Sky, I'd like to pick up the Yellow Sky box. I've got to admit, I do have a bit of a weakness for these funky backgrounds and funky colours. Very much like the Snowspeeder. I'd love the Pink Sky box. I think they look fantastic. But yeah, that's all in the future, and I hope you enjoyed that. So yeah, there we go, everyone. If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by and giving me a shot. I hope you'll consider leaving a like and subscribing. And if you're one of my existing viewers and existing subscribers, thank you for sticking with me, everyone. I know I say it all the time, but I really do appreciate all of you. Leave any comments or questions in the comment section below. I always try to read everyone's comments and get back to everybody. And as always, keep collecting. I'll see you next time.